Hey everybody, welcome back to The Reading Glass. I'm your host Dylan.
And I'm your host Bekka.
Book brig!
That was really fast.
I wanted to catch you off guard, like you caught me off guard. The bloody book brig for you, Bekka. I don't want to hear crap about me being in book jail or you being in book... No, you get the book brig. Welcome back, you guys. We missed you.
Welcome back to the episode, guys. This is episode 10. We are double digits.
We fucking did it, and what a way we've come. We have mic stands. We have broken wine glasses.
I didn't mean to break it.
She meant to break it, folks.
I did not.
First, you made me read a book with a bloody sex scene. Literally bloody sex scene, and then you break the wine. No, you broke the wine glasses first. It was like a precursor.
I only broke one, and I only tapped it on something when trying to bring it downstairs, and then it just went everywhere.
It's fine. I found some black wine glasses.
But this is episode 10. We are calling it Phantamtra.
Sounds like the fucking Karma Sutra. Jesus Christ.
Today, we are talking about the Wicked Games trilogy. The third book, unfortunately, has not come out yet, but the second book recently came out, and the third book is actually supposed to come out in December, which we both did not know when we decided to read these.
I thought it was a duology. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm down for another duology. We have learned here at the Reading Glass, we have to take books two at a time, which is, we're down for. We can handle that. But then I was on, like, Goodreads, and I was like, oh, it was when I was reading the first one. I'm like, oh, God, there's another one. No.
But then he read the second one. He was like, I need the other one now.
I do need the other one now, but there are caveats to that.
We will talk about it.
Oh, we will definitely talk about it. Bloody book brig.
So The Wicked Games is by Kaylie Smith.
She is a new and up-and-coming dark fantasy, gothic fantasy author.
It is gothic as
fuck.
fuck.
Girl, we haven't done a gothic. Well, One Dark Window was slightly gothic.
From Deathcast, from our last episode, we literally did a fucking 180, 540, not even a 360. We went full throttle,
balls to the wall,
completely like smut, goth, devils, demons, necromancers,
vampires. Our first book with vampires
on the podcast, yes. But they were kind of there and kind of not there. So
I appreciated when they were there, though.
And level
but you know what vampires drink, Bekka?
Blood.
You know what we drink here at the Reading Glass? Wine.
Correct. That looks like blood.
Bekka picked out our wine today.
We are drinking Melodramatic Macrobay. It is a California red blend.
Shocker.
But Dylan, it is 15%.
Yeah,
today.
I need the 15% after this. Bloody book break.
Do you?
Hashtag BBB.
Triple B.
And it is Bekka's turn to pull on camera. So keep scores. We're each at 1-1 for breaking of the cork.
We will have a word soon, I promise.
Probably next episode. We keep upgrading every 3 episodes, so we're due for a random upgrade.
Dylan, would you like me to open the wine before we fully dive in?
Yes. Okay. And about this wine, anything exciting about it that it says on the back of the bottle?
It says, play the lead role with our deeply mysterious red blend. Dark berry and plum aromas are backed by hints of sweet vanilla and toffee. Take a bow.
You know, this is our first wine with like toffee. We've had berries and vanilla.
Enjoy the dark to see our wine label glow. It glows.
Oh, that was worth the price of it alone.
Basically, the wine bottle actually really entranced me because like you have different stripes on it for different people and different scenarios. One guy is basically an x-ray skeleton, and then there's a girl that's actually a full human on here, and it really much so reminded me of devils and humans.
I was thinking like specters, kind of almost, and ghosties.
The necromancers.
Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize. Woo!
That works for this episode because the sisters are Grimm sisters. Did you even put 2 and 2 together?
No, I didn't. I'm just really excited that we're going to Disneyland in 3 weeks. I need wine.
But look at our lovely wine opener today.
Oh, that's super cute. You got that in Big Bear, right?
I did. It's a Scully because, you know, there's skulls on the books.
I love it. We make the most interesting connections here at the Reading Glass. Don't worry, folks. We purposely have our mic colors matching the books today.
I knew it was going to happen. I wanted red for blood.
I wanted purple for the Enchantra and my new daddy.
Because he has daddies and babies.
Only in the second book. Ooh, I like how it lifts. It looks like a spider. I really thought you were about to hit yourself in the forehead with it. I'm not going to lie.
I was going, oh, didn't break.
It remains 1-1, folks. Ooh. At this point, they're all starting to blend together. Oh, I can smell it from here, though, girl.
Cheers.
Ooh, cheers.
It smells good. It smells like all the other ones, honestly.
It's light.
Almost tastes like all the other ones.
It's lighter though. It like takes a second for it to hit your tongue. It burnt my lips too.
Burnt your lips?
Yeah, like it sizzled. Felt like a devil. I like it. It's very, oh, that's gonna fuck us up. Because I can drink that and it like doesn't hurt my palate in a weird way. Like, you know, certain dry wines, it kind of like feels funny.
This is pretty dry, but it's a smooth dry.
Technical difficulties. Okay, we're good, folks.
Until you start drinking more. But literally every single time we have a 15 and over of percentages of wine, they're actually pretty smooth. Like more smooth than like a 13.5 and a 14 and 14.5.
Minus that gold wine we had, which was, I'm still recovering from that one. The bottle's pretty. I'm happy it's on our like wall of wine.
Yeah, I mean, it got better as we were drinking it because we were already used to it.
We were also yelling at each other.
True.
I'm gonna tell Bekka she's right, folks.
On.
I think we need to start leaving California behind.
Oh, he's finally wanting to venture out. But also, Dylan, this is a book and wine podcast. So naturally, any kind of wine that we are going to be having, it's going to be in the same realm, in the same genre.
I really like this one. It's growing on me.
Is it your new Black Cloud?
Nothing will ever compare to Black Cloud. It took everything in me not to grab a bottle while we were there today.
I remember you literally went right to it, and it was before this wine.
As I muttered, my baby. She has some nice videos of me to include, by the way, folks.
We're behind the sips on this one.
My baby. So, Bekka, would you like to tell us a little bit about the Wicked Games?
These are fucking gothic books, by the way.
Very gothic. I think 10 times more so, as we were saying earlier, than One
Dark Window. I mean, if you're religious in any way, shape, or form,
do not read this.
Do not suggest reading this whatsoever. There are devils and demons within the entire book trilogy. I highly suggest if you are religious in any way, shape, or form, and take offense very easily, these books are not for you. But I loved the twist of them.
It was nice to kind of have like a book about hell, as weird as it sounds.
Yeah.
I don't read a lot of books about hell.
No, this is our first, I think this was my first devil book.
I liked it, and there were no tails though, which kind of made me sad.
You would, with a smutty book, want a tail.
Think of all the lovely places you could put that, folks. Ugh.
These are smutty, very smutty. There is romance in both books so far. Third book, you know, we don't know yet.
TBD, we don't even know the protagonist of the third book.
No, not yet, but it's supposed to come out in December. So I told Dylan that we can wait a little bit to see where our head's at the beginning of the year or the end of the year.
Because we have a lot planned for the end of the year, you guys. It's coming up. We'll probably discuss it a little bit at the end of this episode.
Yes.
Because we want your opinion on some stuff.
Moving forward, though, so this series is very gothic. Very, 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 very gothic. Very gory, also.
Nice horror aspects to it. Our first horror book here on the podcast.
It's horror and gore filled, and it actually goes into pretty good detail of gore, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
Especially the
Phantasma.
first one. Yeah, especially Phantasma. Phantasma is a whole nother level. I feel like both books, they both have different themes, but kind of the same theme at the same time. I would say Phantasma is more gore, more horror, more devil, demon ridden. But Enchantra, it is a different realm and whatnot, but it goes with a family of rats.
Found family.
And they're dealing with a devil who's basically in control of them and their whatever.
I would definitely say Enchantra was more romantic than Phantasma.
I would too.
But I do think this would be a really good book for you to read if you're a fan of Hunger Games.
Yes, absolutely. This definitely reminded me of the Hunger Games, but a different kind of Hunger Games. It also reminded me of The Serpent in the Night.
Yes.
Because they just came out with their fourth book, and I'm very excited to read it.
I know you are, girl. Apparently, I bought it at Target.
And he didn't even know. He was like, what did I pre-order, Bekka? And I said, I'm pretty sure you pre-ordered the next book in the Serpent in the Night series. And he was like, there's no way. I didn't even really read the third book. And I was like, bet. And then he texted me later on with a picture of the fourth book. And he said,
like, well, you know what's actually cool about that fourth book? It doesn't come with a slipcover. It's actually like a printed hardback.
Nice.
It's really cool. I appreciate that because I like my slipcovers, but, you know, they kind of get lost. I will say with Phantasma specifically, you are definitely dealing with a female main character who is dealing with the weight of her family legacy. So if you're into characters who are questioning their path in life, this one would be for you. Whereas Enchantra, you're questioning why they are how they are, I would say.
Kind of, but also it's with the sister. I would say with her point of view and her story, it's more so she's trying to figure out who she is. books.
She's the best one of the two of them. Naps for Genevieve.
If you like game-related books that require like certain things you have to do within the games and whatnot, this is a book for you.
If you like blood and sex, putting them together, that's for you.
That is the first book,
Bekka.
everyone. Does not happen in the second book. But there's
if you like cock rings, sorry, my apologies. I got it wrong. Dick piercings, it's for you.
Both books, I would say, have different twists on them, and I would say that they are both very well written. The first one takes place in New Orleans. The second one takes place in Italy, which you get really a big change of scenery.
A nice change of scenery, honestly, after being stuck in Phantasma for days.
We'll get into it. But anything else you would like to say about these books to our readers who have not read these yet?
If you have a very squeamish stomach, I would not recommend reading these. Abuse, violence.
There are warnings in the beginning of both books.
We do have a nice little trigger warning list that is found on her website, which I appreciate. I always appreciate a good trigger warning list because I like to know what I'm getting into. It's not going to stop me from getting into it, obviously. I will admit the dedications in both these books were really beautiful.
They were. I like them too.
I thought it was really sweet. Yeah. I appreciated that the author also was actually pretty good about, I know this is going to sound stupid, but pronouns. I noticed some of the demons were like them pronouns. That was interesting. I caught that.
I didn't catch that, but okay. I like that.
I like that. I will say that the themes of this book actually do stick pretty well to the heart, particularly the second book, at least to me. And if you have a kink for she's mine, this is for you.
With further ado, I think it's time to start. Or no?
I'm ready to start.
Uh-oh. I feel like Dylan's gonna have to go first. If you have not read these books and do want to read these books, we highly suggest to stop the podcast episode right now and read ahead and come back when you decide that you want to know more. But if you want all the banter, all the secrets, everything in between of what me and Dylan talk about of these books, feel free to stick around.
Because I have a lot to say.
Dylan is the one with a lot to say this time. I'm pretty sure I have a lot to say, but I will be going off of Dylan because this is what we do as best friends, right?
You're dead to me.
Alrighty then. So in 3, 2, 1, go.
It's just blood? It's just blood? Are you fucking shitting me? As a gay man, no, it's not just blood. Okay, look, I could deal with that, okay? Like, fine, I could deal with shit dick. That's fine, I could deal with that.
Also, blood.
I don't like Red Wings.
You're having sex in blood? What?
Ophelia is our main character when it comes to Phantasma. Her sister, Genevieve, is the protagonist of number 2. And Ophelia is a kinky little fuck who, in the fucking Phantasma, where all the fucking like spirits and the hoodoo and the voodoo and all the things with the haunts and the blood falling from the ceiling, it's just blood. I'm gonna fuck you while you're coated in blood. I don't give a fuck that you're a ghost. That's cool and dandy. I don't care. That's fine. That does not faze me. As a romantasy reader, as a gothic horror reader, Bekka, that does not faze me at all. You know what phases me? You know, blood drinking during sex? Cool. Kinky. I could be a blood whore. I'd be down to try it. I could do that. But I don't want to be coated in blood. That does not sound very fun.
And it kept coming down.
And all I kept thinking was, that is going to be really looby down there. That is just the extra lube. He's going to slide right on out of her, and it's going to be gross. And I'm just really uncomfortable the entire scene. I'm like, oh.
I'm surprised you didn't skip it.
I wanted to skip it, but I'm like, no, this is good content for the podcast. If I torture myself for the podcast, it is going to be good content. This is what I do for you guys. I read about a phantom and a girl, a necromancer, doing the ugly with blood coming down. She's like, it's just blood. It's just blood. Ma'am, you could get diseases, not from your ghost lover. I mean, maybe you could genital herpes ghosty? Like, I don't know what to even call it at this point, but all I know is I just...
We appreciate you for reading through it and pushing through it. We appreciate
They didn't have to push through it. You want to know why? Because there was enough lubrication from the blood. And like, was it type A blood? Was it type B? See, I'm going to go with O because that's the universal donor. So like in my head, if I was a spirit...
Does it matter?
It matters, okay? Maybe certain bloods dry out like faster than the others. I mean, if it's constantly coming down though.
But also,
and then like illusion. It gets in your hair. I don't care if it's an illusion. It gets in your hair. But have you ever tried to wash blood out of your hair?
Have you?
So we went to the library.
It got very personal over there, Dylan. No, I have not tried washing blood out of my hair.
I've washed a lot of items out of my hair, Bekka, but blood... Hold on, I actually need to think. No, not out of my hair. There was this one time, though, with a guy in a scream mask and a knife, and we were running through the... You know what? This is not the appropriate time. We're not reading a slasher book.
No, but it's still a gothic book. So we dive into Phantasma.
I'm getting wine now. Hold.
So we have the main characters, as Dylan was talking about before, Ophelia and Genevieve. But we also have a devil / phantom, sir, that is a main character as well.
I don't like Blackwell.
Do you mean Blackwell or Salem?
I'm gonna call him Blackwell because that's his fucking name. He annoyed the shit out of me. He wasn't like swoon worthy. Oh my god, you're so annoying. Tee hee hee. No, you were just annoying, bro.
He's also the Prince of Devils.
I'm so scared. I'm shaking in my boot. I'm shaking in my blood-coated leather boots.
Okay, well, moving forward, apparently we don't like him. Dylan.
My husband. No one could ever compare to my husband.
Okay, that's in the second book. We're on the first book, Dylan.
Okay, let's talk about, I know what I want to yell at you about next. There's a list in my head, and we're just going through that. Let's talk about Temu brand Jack Barlow.
Yeah, I didn't like Cade. Cade could go fall off a cliff. I'm glad Ophelia finally, stabbed him and whatnot. But
She blew off his motherfucking head, bruh.
That was...
Snaps to Ophelia.
That was in level 6. So basically, Phantasma is this devil house. Everyone knows it's a devil house. Genevieve was basically doing research on this house. How the story starts is that they find out that their mother Tessie actually dies all of a sudden. And you find out why in the later parts of the book when you go through more of the levels. So basically, with this devil house, if you win Phantasma with the devil himself, you win a wish for whatever you want. And it goes through 9 levels of hell of what they call
their trials.
And it's 10 nights but 9 levels. Each level is a certain degree, and all the levels are blood. They're bloody.
Except for the first level when she had
in the labyrinth.
Not the labyrinth.
The first level was the labyrinth with the hellhound.
Oh, that was a good one. And
when
she
there was
couldn't
no
feel
sound,
anything. That was great.
You couldn't feel or hear anything. It was literally complete silence, and everyone was in this labyrinth trying to go through the maze. And basically, there was a hellhound in the middle of the maze when you finally reached the middle of the maze, and there was a door to get out of that level to continue on to the next round. If you made it to the door first, then the sound came back and touch came back, and the hellhound was there minding his own business. So Cade and his little posse went to it first.
Jack Barlow's ass.
So they went to the door first for Ophelia and basically had all the sound come back, and she was like, fuck,
this fucking blows.
And then the hellhound let loose and all hell went loose, and she had to save someone. She was very nice. She actually saved someone.
Yes, and I appreciate her doing that. She's a good person. I mean, that guy turned around and bit her in the fucking ass.
No, we should also mention Ophelia is a necromancer.
Inherited from her mother upon death.
She had to do this whole ritual in order to get it, but she's also part specter, which is a ghost who can basically make themselves invisible and go through walls and shit.
Which that was kind of a nice twist. I'm not going to lie to you. Necromancer / specter. Spectomancer. Oh, I like that.
Okay.
I like that. She's a spectomancer.
Okay.
She has these really weird, creepy, grim, ice blue eyes. They call it the grim eyes that she inherited from casting the spell to inherit her mother's powers upon finding their mother dead. Great way to start a book, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
10 out of 10 would recommend. That drew me right in. So after she goes ahead and inherits her powers, you find out that her and her sister are kind of always, they're close, but they are constantly kind of almost at each other's throats in a way. There's a lot of secretism with her and Genevieve.
A lot of jealousy also.
Which, to be fair, I understand, but I think, as we'll talk about later, I think Genevieve really got lucky in escaping that, in a sense.
Yes, and her mother did not know of what Genevieve can do, because Genevieve is a full specter.
Hell yeah, she is.
So I loved that, but she kept that secret from Ophelia and her mother for the longest time.
She didn't want to be Ophelia.
Correct.
She realized that.
Correct, until level 7 of Phantasma, when they were finally able to combine and be with each other, because Genevieve ends up
running away. Bye.
She ran away to Phantasma, and the only reason that they're in Phantasma is because Tessie, their mother, actually had their house
foreclosed on,
and they were bankrupt, and Ophelia did not know. So
no, she was too busy trying to learn how to be a necromancer.
But Genevieve did know, and she did find out these things. Basically, Genevieve was going into Phantasma to wish for the bankruptcy to not be a thing and for them to have a better life, which I respect Genevieve for that. But then Ophelia was like, I can't have have her going into Phantasma by herself.
Dangerous.
It's dangerous. I don't want her to be doing that. So then she goes into Phantasma also. So it's sisterly love of
Which
why
is
they
great.
go into Phantasma.
So, remember how I said this is Caraval 2.0?
Oh, God, yes.
It is Caraval 2.0. It's fucking Scarlet and Tella all fucking over again.
Yes, but better
Written for sure. 100%. And Ophelia was a lot more tolerable than fucking Scarlet.
100%. I understood where you were coming from with that, but at the same time, I was like, this is so much better.
It's better because it's gothic. Let's face it. If
Gothic,
Caraval...
and like it actually has smut. And I was like, smut? Wow.
I am tired of your smut.
No, you're not. The next books that you chose for the next episode are smut.
We will get into that. But you are still in the book break, and I don't want to hear it. Fucking this one's in Hawaii, living the time of her life. She gets a tsunami warning, and then that is, of course, right when I'm texting her, you're in the fucking book break. You're out on a boat, and you're in the middle of the ocean, and you're in a book break, and then this bitch goes, like, out to sea in a tsunami? Bekka, no.
He was like, that's too fucking soon.
It's too fucking soon. I thought you were gonna die. We're gonna rewind a little bit because there is this one scene where she is walking past the devil's house, Phantasma, and she feels this presence, and it's like, ooh, like that's
She
my
feels
man.
the necromancer presence because she can feel ghosts. She can see ghosts and
She
whatnot.
felt Daddy Blackwell.
You just said daddy.
He is a daddy. He's her daddy. He's not my daddy.
Blackwell's not her daddy. Like, legitimate
He was her
daddy.
blood daddy. Daddy just came to bite me in the ass, folks.
So that's basically where she met Blackwell. When you find out in the book later on is that Blackwell loses his memories from before Phantasma and he only remembers what happens in Phantasma. So he basically doesn't know who the hell she is. When she enters Phantasma, she's like, I know you. I already met you. And he's like, what do you mean? What do you mean I already met you? What did I say to you? Because Blackwell is actually trapped in Phantasma.
And we don't know why. My baby. I just realized I have a baby.
Who's the baby? Is it Poe?
Poe is cute. Poe's a little bitch. I pictured Mia. I'm not going to lie to you. I pictured my little Mia running around like, yeah. Anyway, no.
Poe is a ghost cat, by the way.
My baby's Jasper.
I figured.
I like Jasper. Jasper was a dick, and I appreciated that about him.
Yeah, but he was a very honest, truthful dick who helped them.
He didn't want to help them. It showed that he still had some loyalty, and I appreciated that
As a
about him.
demon/devil, yes, he still had loyalty, and I appreciated that also.
He is not a daddy level, but he is a baby level, and we will respect that.
Okay.
So when you enter Phantasma, in order to pay the entrance fee, they take like your worst fear out of your head to use against you during the game.
And that was crazy because the worst fear can happen at any given point.
Fuck that. Oh.
Oh my god. At any given point, and like some of these worst nightmares were kind of like.
Mine was in there, by the way.
Oh, what was it?
It was a snake. There was this, she was creeping around the corner, and there's this giant demon snake thing that attacks her. And during that entire scene, I'm getting Bekka, I'm getting chills right now about it, because I was just like, I have a fear of fucking snakes, bro. Like, it's dead serious. I close my eyes on Indiana Jones during the snake scene. It's fucking I don't like
when
snakes.
the animatronic comes at you.
I don't like it, okay? Because then the fangs stand, I'm like, I'm about to die.
It's an animatronic. It's not gonna actually like attack you, Dylan.
We don't know that, Bekka. Maybe Indiana Jones is Phantasma.
I'm making you sit right there at the edge for the snake.
I will be crying. No, but during that scene, Bekka, I was like, whoa, no. And in my entire head, so my theory, actually, now that we're talking about this was, okay, I'm like, her worst fear. She seems to have intimacy issue. What if her worst fear is her falling in love? What if Blackwell is her worst fear? What if he is what Phantasma dragged out of her head? And in my head, I'm like, he's not fucking real. That is going to be fucking devastating. And I liked Ophelia, so I'm like, that's going to fucking blow, bro. But then her worst fear was, her fucking self, which is valid because during the entire time, she's hearing this demon voice in her head that tells her, knock 3 times if you want them to live. You need to be back in your house by like...
But this was actually before Phantasma started
Yes,
too.
because the demon voice is very important.
The demon voice
about
also reminded me of One Dark Window.
But we
with
liked...
a demon voice in his head. But we liked him. We don't like the Shadow one.
We don't like this one.
Well, this one was really weird too because this one's always like knock on something amount of times, or you better hurry up, or someone's gonna die, or everyone that you love is gonna die, or something bad's gonna happen. And she gets so anxious and stressed out in her head that she does it no matter what, because she just doesn't want anything bad to happen to her loved ones because she has such a good heart.
I appreciated that too because I felt like it was good representation for those who struggle with mental illness, who has like schizophrenia. I really appreciated that.
Okay.
And it was kind of interesting to see, but I also felt so bad for this girl. And in my head, I'm like, is this a real being? I thought it was kind of like the Shepherd King.
Yes.
I thought it was just like him.
That's what I thought also. Like it was a separate person in her head kind of thing of how he was acting and reacting.
I thought it was her dad.
Ooh, Gabriel.
I was very wrong.
Okay.
I was very wrong.
Yeah.
But speaking of like the dad, by the way, I'm sorry, I don't understand the point of him kind of being included because like he's barely mentioned and yet he's so fucking important.
He was a very important thing in the book because
he's dead, right?
I think he's not dead. Genevieve and Ophelia said that he's not dead. Genevieve mentioned it, or the author mentioned it in Enchantra.
You're right.
That he's not dead. They just stopped looking for him. But Genevieve wanted to find him to know more of him and his story because they never got to know him.
Deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
Well, he's a psycho dad.
He's weird. I forgot if he was a demon or he was just a normal person because he did Phantasma before. Just
with the mom.
Yeah, Tessie did Phantasma before, but actually their dad did Phantasma twice. And the second time when they did it, there's this level called Fraud, which is level 8 of Phantasma.
That was I did not call that, dude.
Yeah.
I did not call that shit.
Yeah, when literally it's your loved one that you are seeing in the level and you're trying to figure out if they're a fraud or not. And if you choose wrong, the person that you love that you're seeing dies.
Outside of Phantasma.
Automatically. And that's how their mother died, of how they found out. And I was like, what?
Oh, I was terrified. I'm like, Genevieve's gonna die. And then I'm like, wait, the second book.
Yeah, like what's gonna happen in the second book?
I don't know. Like, because we bought these books, obviously. We have our books before we start reading, because that's just what we have to do as podcasters. But I was like, what is Enchanter gonna be about? Is it about like ghost Genevieve?
Right.
Like, ooh.
Yeah, like what's actually gonna happen in the second book? I was wondering the same thing, but then like she
was so smart. Ophelia's smart as fuck.
I loved her brain. I loved her brain and I love Genevieve's brain.
They're so different but so similar.
Yes. And I love how they put kind of like 2 and 2 together in both books also. Like they're not stupid, but people around them almost treat them like they're stupid.
I will say, and this is just because like Genevieve's my girl, I do think Genevieve is slightly smarter and more ballsy than Ophelia.
I can agree to that. Yeah,
I will give Ophelia credit because one of my personal favorite levels was when she was in the gilded cage and they were dropped.
Level 3.
Oh, that was so
with
good.
With the lava on the end.
I was having a heart attack.
Oh my God, something's going to happen. Someone's going to die. Oh my God.
So you've seen, I promise this relates, you've seen Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, correct? Obviously.
A long ass
So
time
remember when she's in the like lava field? I was picturing that kind of.
Okay, yeah. A little bit.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I was just like, oh my God. And then I'm like, of course she hurts herself right off the bat. She burns herself. Mm-hmm. But this is where we're getting ahead of ourselves because we need to talk about her deal with Blackwell because that plays such an intricate part during the levels.
It does, because Blackwell, he does this whole, I make a deal with people within Phantasma every single time we do Phantasma in order to help me get out and get released. Since she met him prior and he didn't remember, he wanted to know what she said. And she said that he
can be released.
He can be released with a key and heart.
Her
so
heart.
I was like, oh. Obviously, I was thinking, oh, it's going to be her heart or something.
Because she's wearing a heart locket, which comes very into play.
We will talk about that in a little bit. But he tries to make bargains. So making a bargain with the devil or a phantom, but mainly with the devil. The devil will twist and and manipulate it to where he will figure out the little way to where he can still manipulate you and get the upper hand without you even noticing it, kind of thing. But at the same time, at this point, Blackwell is a phantom. He's not a devil. He can only do certain things. So he tries to make the bargain with her because with his bargain, it's a blood bargain to where the bargain is if she does the bargain, she loses 10 years of her life.
That's if she does not complete her goal.
Right. And the goal is to find this key and heart within Phantasma in order to help Blackwell be released. So basically, if she doesn't win, she loses 10 years of her life.
Which means if she was set to die at some point in the next 10 years, she would just drop fucking dead.
Which is really scary, but at the same time, his turn of it also was like, I can help heal you after every single round of the games. I can help transport you. I know what happens in every single level because they don't change. I've helped many people in the past. So basically, when you go into a level, you have to call my name 3 times in order for me to be in there with you in some way, shape, or form and help guide you with
his name 3 times. Sorry, what?
I noticed that At every single level, though.
She refused to fucking call his name. Like, what the point, bruh?
Right, but like, I almost understand too, because she wanted individualism to where like she wanted to try and figure it out herself first, which I also appreciated in a sense.
That's great. It did not help during the second level, which was fucking lust. That actually, I lied, Bekka. I'm on the podcast. I lied, folks. I'm sorry. My favorite level was lust.
Because of the vampire
lust?
lust?
No, just because like that was something I know I would lose. I can own up to the fact that I would lose that level. So in the second level, they have to drink a potion. And you have different colors. And there's pink, there's blue, there's green, there's red. And she goes ahead and drinks red, which is motherfucking bloodlust. So all these vampires are like doing each other. And this is where I was like,
it was like an orgy. Sorry.
We're not used to orgies here at the Reading Glass, Bekka.
Anymore because of guild.
You picked guild. You picked this. You are an orgy queen.
I'm really not.
Oh,
no.
Q.
Get it out of your head.
Oh, Q. Orgy queen. Nope, sorry. Too late. It's like a daddy. You are now the orgy queen.
Fuck my life.
You wanted to do a podcast with me. This is your fault.
It is actually for doing a podcast with you. Anyway, continue
but
on.
We also forgot about the riddles at the beginning of each level. Every level before they went into it, which is like this door, they would get a riddle about what was being seen. And I will admit, the first level,
you get introduced to each devil that is in control of the level, and then you get their little riddle.
The riddle, I'm sorry, I do love the author, but to me, besides the first one, it was really fucking obvious to me. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, this is what's gonna happen. With level 3, I knew that it was going to be like dangling over some type of gilded cage. I'm like, what could they dangle over? It can't be lava. It was fucking lava. And with the bloodlust level, I appreciated it because I'm not gonna lie, I would have picked pink.
It was probably gonna be grapefruit.
Passion fruit, but we'll get into passion fruit later. Anyways, the bloodlust episode, I'm like, oh my god, this is so fucking hot. I appreciate some vampire smut. Like, I'm sorry, like bloodletting, blood drinking, 10 out of 10, but I'm not cool with you raining blood down on me. I'm not Lady Gaga. Don't rain on me. Like, bruh, no. So then, like, you have this fake Blackwell macking up on her, and you're like, oh my god, he's finally making a move. Thank Jesus, there's about to be some kissing. I appreciate some kissing. And then it turns out to be a fake fucking Blackwell trying to drain her of her blood. And like, the way you lose that level is you fucking have to drink blood. Well, she has to drink blood. I'm not sure about the other fucking contestants, because fuck those people.
She has to go into the lust and drink the blood.
Yes, and I would have 100% opened a vein. Are you kidding me? A hot vampire guy coming up to me like, I want to bite your neck. Okay. I wouldn't have even drank the potion yet.
Okay.
I would have lost automatically. I've said Southern. I'm like, okay.
It didn't happen until you drank the potion, though.
I would have probably gotten bloodlust with my luck. I appreciated it, and I appreciated the different devils introducing the levels.
I did
Except for the slutty slut who was like, oh, I've had Blackwell between my legs. It's lovely. Fuck her. And the horse she rode in on, she's not hot. She's kind of hot.
But with Blackwell, she's not.
I love Ophelia. Drunk Dylan loves Ophelia.
See that.
He is very protective of her. The levels, I'm going to be blunt with you, I got so kind of bored with them.
Let's go into level 6, though. Truth or dare or die?
That was so fucking good. Lucy loves
Leon.
I would felt so bad for Lucy. So Lucy, you find out, is Genevieve's friend who actually introduced her the idea of Phantasma.
I think another thing we forgot to talk about with this also.
About how all the food sounded really good whenever they talked about the Louisiana food and the New Orleans food, because that sounded really fucking good.
Are you sure with all the insects crawling all over it? Anyway, so a thing that we did not talk about is that when Ophelia went into Phantasma, there are different keys to the Phantasma world to where like she was not with Genevieve yet.
No,
she
Genevieve
could not
had
be
gotten
with
there early.
Genevieve yet until after level 7. Continuing on with level 6.
I appreciate Lucy for being honest. Fuck you, Leon. You're a dick. You had actually a really sweet fucking girl. And I know you're not a real person, but I'm gonna tell you off anyway. Ho.
I think another thing also we also did not mention.
We are very excited about this book.
Yes, with Phantasma. So if you actually announce and pronounce that you love someone in Phantasma, you get cursed. And unfortunately, Ophelia and Genevieve are cursed. That's why they went bankrupt.
Well, also, Ophelia, here comes a spoiler, was conceived during Phantasma. Dun, dun, dun!
From mommy and daddy when they were in
I would hope it's from mommy and daddy. What else could it be? Mommy and Snakey? Well, there is a snake involved. But
mommy and Blackwell.
Can you not? This is not that type of book, Bekka. I know I sent you for those who want to be chased by your stepbrother in the woods and then face fucked by him. This is not that. This is for the dreamers, not for the face fuckers.
We're moving forward. It doesn't happen. It was mommy and daddy in their own realm of doing it in Phantasma.
Because they got fucking cursed. Because the dad turned out to be cursed to be obsessed with the mother. And he went psycho, and that is why he is no longer in their picture, which was interesting. His name is Gabriel, which is a very basic white boy name. I pictured a guy with a mustache.
I do have to ask you, Dylan, did you suspect that Blackwell was the devil?
I'm gonna be blunt, yeah.
Okay.
That was so fucking... I'm sorry. It was so obvious to me because I kind of disproved my own theory about the love pretty quickly once she had her terror or haunt and she was attacked by herself and she like ripped herself to shreds. That scared the shit out of me, by the way. That was actually a scene where I was like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like,
yeah, because Blackwell had
Yeah.
to say, like, you're doing it to yourself.
Yeah.
And she thought the shadow creature was doing it to her.
but it was herself.
Right.
The second that happened, I was like, okay, so that is her true fear. I literally rolled my eyes. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. I was like, okay, so that means he is probably the main dude of Phantasma, and that means he is like using her. And I wasn't too sure if he was actually in love with her for a little bit because the opening page was all about how you're a devil. And he's like, you like it, and then he licks her throat.
Yeah, because it was like a prologue.
It kind of gave that away. I'm not gonna lie. Like
I get that,
felt
yeah.
like it wasn't twisty. To me, Phantasma was not twisty enough. Like there was twists, but it wasn't like I was like, oh, shocker. Not like Enchantra. Enchantra got me. Phantasma, I was like, okay, I understand it. I still appreciated the twist, and I really am happy that he actually loved her. Because if it was like a fucking, oh Anna, if only there was someone who loved you, I would have been
yeah.
like, what the fuck, bro?
I can understand that.
And then, like, I appreciated that she was fucking Blackwell and Genevieve showed up. I'm like, ooh, this is hot. Like, this is great. I love, like, this type of shit. And then how Genevieve's like, oh, we should move in together now, right? And she's like, no, I can't get laid, bro.
yeah, I thought that was really funny.
I'm like, oh, that's how I'd feel if, like, we lived together. And, like, you're like, okay, so we're going to spend the night in the room tonight, right? I'm like, bitch, my boyfriend's here. I'm getting the good, and you're about to ruin it. I'm taking away your bottle of wine.
And your books.
Book jail. Book brig. Bloody book brig.
Triple B. I'm accepting it.
So as we reach the end of Phantasma, Genevieve and Ophelia are reunited and they discuss everything that happens. They discuss that Ophelia is a freaking specter and Blackwell is also training her on her magic because she can kind of fire it, but she can't really fire it. It's very hard for her to control because it has...
She never really learned from her mother.
I mean, because you don't have the power until the parent dies.
Correct. She didn't know what to expect.
And no, I appreciated that she blew Cade's head off. So she succeeded where Violet Soaringale failed.
Ooh, burn Rebecca
I'm mad at
Yarros.
Rebecca Yarros right now. I'm sorry, bruh. Sorry, not sorry. When we reached the end of Phantasma, I really appreciated Ophelia. She's like, no, I'm fucking done. I'm gonna fucking claim this prize because you know what? I fucking won. Because she succeeds in identifying that neither Genevieve is the real Genevieve, which was a really clever plot, by the way.
Yes, I liked that.
I really liked that. And then she's like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna call this dude's name and I'm gonna go in the door because she can use her powers to transport into certain pockets in Phantasma.
And she did transport into that pocket one time prior in the very beginning of the book.
And then she saw her mother too.
In the Whispering Gate.
I'm not gonna lie, that scene kind of felt a little lackluster to me. And also, I felt it wasn't fair to Genevieve that Ophelia gets closure. They had different mommy issues.
Yeah, they did.
But I didn't think it was fair that Ophelia kind of got that closure.
And Genevieve didn't.
And even with Genevieve's book, I feel she didn't get that closure. And then when you find out, you know, it's Blackwell, but he's Salamatrus. I'm gonna call him Salem. SD, S Daddy. He's gonna officially be S Daddy. So S Daddy is all, it's me. And I'm like, wow, congratulations. Do you want a lollipop?
Well, this is when he actually gets his memories back. For someone winning the game, that's the only way that he gets the memories back. But then he does a little twist and turn of like, you actually didn't do level 9. You just called upon the door. So since you didn't actually win the game, I am still taking 5 years of your life.
Fuck you.
Ophelia found out that the key and heart to win him out of the area, out of Phantasma for good, is her locket, which had an attached soul to it, which was his first love.
Because Daddy didn't like, he fell in love with Immortal, and he tortured her and killed her in front of him, and that was sad. I will admit, that was really sad.
That backstory for Salem was really, really, really sad.
It was kind of hard to read.
Yeah, I was like, I fucking hate the daddy of devils. Like, what the fuck?
He doesn't get a daddy name.
No.
He doesn't deserve a daddy name.
I'm sorry, the king of devils.
Thank you. No daddy's here.
The king of devils sounds like a dick. But yeah, that backstory was really, really like heartfelt, and I was like, oh my god, I don't like him, and I know he's gonna be a big part of book 3.
I'm
for sure.
hoping so, because it's just felt like it didn't lead anywhere with either books. But anyways,
at the same time, finally she figures it out, and like she hands over her locket to him, because this locket was brought down upon ancestor within the Grimm family. It always goes to the next necromancer, whoever gets the magical powers. And her mom and her talked about this a little bit at the Whispering Gate. That's when she started putting 2 and 2 together. And so basically with this soul, it was already planned out in this like backstory and whatnot with the dad, that his first love soul would be attached to this, and the only way he could be set free is if like that person, whoever wears it next for him to fall in love, would like actually want to love him, and etc., etc. I was like, okay, I can understand.
I can respect it.
But then as soon as she said I love you to him,
she got cursed.
She got cursed because she was still in Phantasma, and he told her, don't do it, you're going to be cursed, kind of thing.
She didn't care though.
She did not care, because he was like, say it after Phantasma kind of thing, but she was like, no, I want to say it now, I don't want you to know. So then she got
wait
cursed.
5 minutes.
Yeah. So she of course got cursed, and in order to break her curse, he was like, in order for us to live a life and for you not to be cursed, the only way it can actually happen is if I take your soul, and your soul is with me internally, and as long as I live, you live for an immortal life. And she took it. That's the end of the book.
It was sweet. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, you're right, this could offend a lot of religious people.
Yes.
But you know what? I respect it in some crazy way, because she loved him enough, and like I think that they worked together in some weird way. I'm happy she got her happy ending. And you know, Ophelia, 10 out of 10 Phantasma. I gave Shocker 3 stars, and I'm gonna tell you why. I have 3 reasons.
4.
I did check Goodreads, by the way. I was curious. I'm sorry I cracked. And I think you kind of cracked too, because I posted a thing on my story about like Fable or something, and I'm like, oh shit, I put Phantasma on there. Anyways, I gave it 3 stars because it was predictable. I gave it 3 stars because I felt like there were certain plot lines that needed to be wrapped up and were not, and I knew that Genevieve was going to be the protagonist of
For the next one.
So I was like, okay, so that kind of that. And also I felt that the games got very, very repetitive, and there was not enough breaks in between them.
Yes, I can agree to that. I feel like there was a lot of levers in a lot of the same levels, to where like it almost was the same thing and it was repetitive, and I wanted more, or I wanted different things. There were kind of different things with them, but at the same time, like there was the same thing with levers and whatnot. That's kind of why I gave it a 4. It was also predictable a little bit to me too.
Yeah.
I would say that I enjoyed it. It was very different, and I don't know, I just felt like I couldn't fully give it a 5.
I understand that. It's very hard to give a book a 5, and I know like Survivor was really hard to read, but I feel that it had such well thought out themes, and it was written so beautifully that it was so easy for me to give it a 5 with our last episode. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I feel like with Deathcast, for sure, like you just get so involved, and your emotions get so involved, and you're on this journey itself with all the characters and exactly what happens. You're literally in their head, to where like it's really hard not to give Adam a 5.
And she, for her debut novel, she did really good. Going into Enchantra, oh my god, that was a 5-star for me. Because with me, found family is kind of my niche.
And
I've discovered that.
There's also a ball in there for you too. It's a masquerade ball. I was like, no wonder Dylan likes this.
I appreciate that.
It has his little tiny details where he's like, I love this
It
book.
was like tailored to me.
Yeah.
In a weird way. And also like TMI. No, actually this isn't TMI. Sorry, we'll talk about TMI. The cover for Enchantra. Sorry, I'm going to show you. I love the shade of purple. It's gorgeous. It is unique. It is vibrant. It is a Prince Albert daddy. I've been so excited that this guy has a dick piercing. Enchantra picks up literally right after Phantasma.
It does.
With Genevieve going off to Italy to try and like live her life, bought off a ticket.
But still figure out her mom situation and whatnot.
Fuck her mom. Fuck Tessie Grimm.
She's trying to still figure out like the secrets that her mom did not tell her in Ophi. And I understand that to a sense. Like she saw people from like the past with Tessie, their mother, to where she wanted to find out more about them. So she went to Enchantra, which is in Italy. We're now in Italy. Continue.
I love Italy. I will tell you. So Bekka, I don't think you know this about me, even though we've been best friends for like 10 years. I have a fear of crows.
Ooh, and there's a lot of crows. I was like, this actually reminded me of the book that I was talking about way prior.
Yeah.
Where like crows actually turn into actual people. So I was like, ooh, is this another book where crows turn into people? I was getting so excited, but they never did. I was very disappointed.
The horror aspect definitely was toned down with this one, but it wasn't. It was worse. With Phantasma, I felt that the side characters did not stand out.
I didn't didn't connect with them. I actually had to just write them down, but I did not connect with them as much as I did with Enchantra, for sure.
Minus Lucy. I do appreciate Lucy.
Lucy and Jasper, maybe Sinclair, but Sinclair's also a douchebag, so.
They're all douchebags. I was like, wow, they're literally, I get that we're in a game, but even like looking to the Hunger Games,
you
we had
still
Rue.
Connect to people.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't really connect to people, or characters, I should say. They're not people. They are people.
They're
in our
people to
world.
us.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I did not connect with like more people in Phantasma as I did with Enchantra.
Oh no, because with Enchantra, like I was talking about the found family, and you know what's funny is I know her and Ophelia, Genevieve and Ophelia, I should say, are like great sisters, and I love them to pieces. However, they don't have that bond, and I feel they definitely lack that in a weird, crazy way. Genevieve found it in this book, and I was like kind of
with
emotional.
Ellen?
Yeah, I love Ellen. She was what Ophelia should have been to her. Not saying that Ophelia doesn't love her, but I felt like Ophelia kind of told her to fuck off a little bit.
But at the same time, with how they grew up, their mother made Ophelia like the priority to learn everything. Also, it was like neglection.
I get that.
Neglection, and also like Ophelia didn't know how to fully talk to Genevieve because of learning all these things and the praise and whatnot from their mother. That connection towards each other, I can see.
It took a minute.
And I can see it for how like they don't know how to fully talk to one another kind of thing.
So actually, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about how the book opened. What I mean is essentially you just survived the Devil House, okay? And you're going to send your sister off on this great Italian European tour. Why don't you want to go with her? Why? I get you're in love and I get your life
Ophelia
is like...
did not send her off. Genevieve went off on herself because she was yelled at the very end of the book for her going off on her own from Ophelia and from Salem because of what happens at the end. She got yelled at. She went off on her own. They did not know. So you cannot say that.
Well, no, they sent her to Europe with the ticket. It was her gift at the end of Phantasma.
For her to have fun, but she wasn't.
She had fun.
But it wasn't the one. It wasn't
there
what
was
they
a Prince
planned.
Albert involved. That is a lot of fun, honey.
Okay, well, they did not plan for her to not go with her plan because they made plans for her, and I appreciate, that they made plans for her and whatnot, but she wasn't able to go because it was her birthday when she was in Enchantress.
So when we see Genevieve in Enchantra, she's going through a lot. She's trying to figure out who she is, and she's fucking cursed. The bitch is cursed to have crows follow her around because she opened a fucking invitation that was addressed to her mother from Enchantra.
But she was saying that she was her mother.
Girl's smart. I respect her. She was also signing checks that she shouldn't have. That's very illegal. She's a tough bitch.
Yeah.
And she's a curvy, tough bitch. Snaps for Genevieve. Okay, let me tell you something about Genevieve. That girl is sassy.
Oh,
she does what she wants to do.
I love her sass.
I love it. 10 out of 10. She succeeded where Ophelia lacked in a heroine for me. I appreciate a fiery, feisty, fierce heroine, not the drug.
I appreciate it too.
I appreciated her because, like, she wasn't going to take anyone's shit. She walked up to fucking Enchantra and was like, ooh, well, okay, I'm going to be blunt with you. She was stupid. Let's not put random berries in our mouths, girl. I mean, yes, they did sound great, but guess what? They were poisonous.
Because it's a devil berry.
The devil berries will be in season. I was like, oh, maybe that's how she sees Enchantra. That's what you have to do.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Like you actually have to like eat a devil berry in order to see Enchantra. That's what I thought too. So I was like, okay, but she kept eating them. So I was like, okay, you stupid.
You're a stupid bitch. You're gonna get poisoned. And spoiler alert, you got poisoned. And there's a cute fox. What does the fox say? He has a Prince Albert. That is not what the fox says, but she is a cute fox.
Umbra?
That's my baby. That's my baby girl.
I knew.
So she goes into Enchantra using her specter powers, and she gets poisoned, and she feels someone pick her up and then take her out, and she's like, no, I'm going back in there. So she decides to fucking go back in there like the tough bitch she is.
And she can see it finally.
And fucking she meets Rowan.
Mr. Rowington.
I love my Rowan. Finally, a Rowan I like because I was not a Rowan boy during Corona class. Anyway, so as she's like in Enchantra and like...
I love their banter.
They had some good banter. Their banter, I'm sorry. I liked Ophelia and Blackwell. I did not really care for them as a couple right away. With Genevieve and Daddy Albert, I appreciate it. Banter, their spite. I loved the love and hate at first sight. And I am not a person who's really into like fake marriages. That is not a trope I really like, Bekka. But this one worked. It worked so well because they're fucking cursed. Everyone in this fucking series is cursed. And
they're a different kind of cursed in this house.
I am cursed.
In Enchantra.
By how much I love him.
In Enchantra. It's a different house, different settings, different everything. It's what they call the hunt. It happens every spring equinox. So
I don't like Nox.
Yeah.
He can fuck off. I will admit the scene where you first meet Nox. Genevieve is in a bathroom and she looks in a mirror and she sees herself with purple eyes. That was fucking creepy, bro.
Nox is a devil in this book. Continue on.
Fuck you, Nox.
I agree. Continue.
She goes in and she finally finds the man that she is looking for, her mother's long lost friend, and she has to deliver the news that she has passed away, but she doesn't.
Which is Barrington, the dad of the family.
There's so many tons in this book, guys. I
All
felt
of
like
them.
I was in Bridgerton again.
With the balls and everything, too.
I wish he had pierced balls.
Okay. We got a pierced dick, but we want pierced balls.
I want pierced. He has a lip ring, which, oh my God. Like, for a while, I wanted to call him Daddy Ring, but no, he's Daddy Albert. Because you have to know what a Prince Albert is.
And also, he had his nipples pierced and his belly button pierced. I was like, wow,
and
all
he
the
has
piercings.
shadow tattoos.
He's a shadow
daddy.
I
Finally.
knew. I totally knew that this was Dylan's daddy because it's a shadow daddy and he can do and manipulate things with his shadows, especially when it's
choke me,
smutty.
daddy.
Especially when it's smutty. And I was like, oh, this is 100% shadow daddy
This
for
is Dylan
Dylan.
territory. This
Yeah.
is, I'm sorry, he uses shadows correctly, unlike you, Zayden. Zayden never uses his shadows like that. He uses it to protect her. No, fucking Prince Albert Daddy uses it to choke her, uses it to fill her. And I'm like, yes, finally some like, but I don't want to like the smut. Because in my head, I'm like, oh my God, this is so smutty, but I'm living for this smut. Why do I like the shadow smut versus the blood smut? These are the questions that haunt me. Call me Edgar Allan Smut. As you can tell, I lived for this book because with Enchantra, there's this thing called the Crimson Rot, okay? Which has infected their mother, who is a demon.
The dad was immortal
Yes.
first.
Fuck the dad.
Let's go full front story there, Dylan. The dad, Barrington, was immortal. His wife, Vera, was a demon. She came across what is called the Crimson Rot. Continue.
And they have all these twins.
Yeah.
Her poor vagina.
There was 2 sets of twins.
That's enough twins.
It was Remy and Rowan, and then it was Ellen and Wells.
Here's the question, Bekka. Who is my baby? This is the important question. This is the test of me and Becca's friendship, you guys. If she successfully guess my baby, she will get 2 churros at
I
Disneyland.
feel like it's 7.
I hate you!
You're so predictable.
Okay, why is it 7? Why did you like that's him?
Because he's a dick, but he's a nice dick.
It's my type, bro.
Correct.
He almost got escalated to daddy.
I figured. I love his personality and I love how his banter clashes with Genevieve's very well too. And every single time I read a scene with them or read with 7 in there too, like he's the jokester, but he's a dick jokester, but in the right ways for like, he doesn't keep it all serious in the family. He's a lightheartedness in the family. And I was like, baby.
You'll never guess my second baby. I have 2 babies.
Is it Ellen?
Nope.
Well, I really hope it's not Grave. It's Grave, isn't it?
Brave went through a lot.
I cannot believe it's Grave.
He grew on me like a handprint on my heart.
The only reason he grew on you is because of the very ending of the book.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
Honestly, yes, but I also like that he kept trying to kill her. I don't know why, but every time he showed up, I was like, oh, you're a Void Wrath, bro. You are fucking terrifying. And also, like, you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Yes.
I've pictured Drax.
This is why he's your other baby?
I don't know. I just loved him.
I didn't like it.
I want him to get with
couldn't-
Lucy.
Ooh.
I started shipping them.
Because at the very end of the book,
Yeah.
of when they meet,
And I'm like, ooh, they're gonna fuck. Lucy's gonna be the heroine of the next book. She better not be.
I don't know who will be the next one.
Because they don't have any other sisters that we know of. Maybe Gabriel's gonna be they're gonna switch and it's gonna be about the dad.
And all of them are going to come together. And because the king of the devils wants Salem back in Hellmouth because he can't touch him in the mortal realm.
I can touch him in the mortal world. I don't think he'd like me to. I would not touch Salem. Now, if Rowan walked in your house right now, you would literally have to pick up the podcast equipment for how fast I'd launch myself at his asshole-ish, brooding. You know who I pictured, actually?
Oh, God.
I have to say this because you're going to appreciate it. I pictured the guy who played Landon from A Walk to Remember.
You would. Because you
lip ring.
just watched A Walk to Remember.
We'll be sipping that back soon, folks. But so you find out that the entire family has to participate in this hunt in order to keep their mother alive because Nox has a constant cure for the Crimson Rot. So the dad makes a deal that his family will participate in this hunt with this knife that essentially one person survives and the rest get sent to hell to serve him for the year until the upcoming spring equinox.
And whoever wins gets immunity for the year. They don't get to go to hell, but at the same time, Nox created the Crimson Rot. And and he also created the cure. You find that out at the end of the book. I was like, this motherfucker.
I don't know if it was predictable or not, or I was just so loving Genevieve's story, but I was like, that motherfucker. She's like, oh, you have the fucking cure?
He just dangled it in front of her face.
She had a lot dangled in front of her face in this book, Bekka.
She did. You're not wrong. But, I mean, a lot was on her, though, too. A lot of knee action.
Is that a kink? Let me tell you how much the found family aspect grew on me, because even though they were trying to kill each other the entire time through Enchantra, they still loved each other, minus Grave, because, like, yeah, Grave was a little stabby. That's fine and dandy. I can get a little stabby too, you know? But the found family was beautiful, and I will tell you what did get on my nerves, because there was parts of this book that did get on my nerves. To me, it was kind of silly how often she was almost killed. Every fucking, like,
but that was the whole
night.
point of Nox at the same time, because with her being immortal coming into the game with immortals, they all warned her in the beginning, though, that Nox will not have any part of that. He will kill you instantly unless you actually marry Rowan.
I'll marry him. It's fine. Okay, done.
It was very in the book for sure, of like, he kept trying to make deals with everyone in the family to try and kill her in order for everyone to survive and be out of the curse kind of thing. Like, being immortal in there with all the immortals was a lot, but it was very significant, and I understood why it was so significant at the same time.
I would be terrified. Are you kidding me? I mean, granted, they would have been like, hey, you need to marry Rowan. And I would have been like, okay. They would have been like, no, but you're going to have to marry him and play like, okay. Genevieve was like, no, I don't want to do that. I would have been like, okay, cool.
But she just met him at the same time, and when they met, they were like...
He walks in here right now, Bekka, and says, you're marrying me? We're going to the little chapel downtown, folks. We will be live streaming the wedding on the Reading Glass podcast Instagram.
I'm just saying that they were assholes to each other when they first met.
It was a playful asshole. She still wanted to fuck his brains out, bruh.
Right. They both had a connection to each other. They both found each other very attractive too. So, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, the whole like killing her aspect, yes, it was over redundant. Yeah, it was very like, okay, can we stop trying to kill her kind of thing? But at the same time, it's also very important.
Well, she just kept doing the thing to get killed. I will admit, when she was in the river and she was saving Umbra
from the piranhas.
Oh my god.
My heart was like, Umbra, don't die. But
I thought that fucking fox was about to die.
I thought the fox was dead.
Bekka, you would have fucking got a text that says we have to just do this on Phantasma. I draw the line at animal death. We have learned that we are very sensitive to animals here. Fucking with Argon in the Plated Prisoner series. I'm like, oh no, this is actually gonna happen. They're gonna kill an animal, and I'm gonna have to text Bekka, yo, we're just gonna have to stop this now.
There's a lot of animals in Enchantra too, because they all have their formalities, and it's a separate version of them, and I actually appreciated it.
Snow leopard kind of freak out. I have a fear of snow leopards. Well, I think they're pretty. But
I didn't like the mink who was Graves.
Leave Grave alone. He has been through a lot. He is just a dick.
Yeah, I don't like him.
His name is Gravington. He was kind of fucked over from the beginning. Who wants to be named Graving? Remington, Rowington, Ellington, Wellington. I started calling him in my head Beef Wellington. Like, it was creative, and I appreciated that.
But at the same time, I was like, why are there so many tons when you first like meet all of them? Like, why is it all everyone?
I got so confused the first couple minutes. I was like, who are you? Except for Remington, because he was Rowington's twin.
Like identical twin.
Okay. Let's talk about how I don't have a twin fetish. And when she's like, oh my god, during round 2 with random spaces, fucking Rowington, Daddy Albert, whatever you want to call him, comes in. And she's like, oh, you're bleeding from your lip. Oh, I bit it. Oh, honey, no. He shoved a ring through his lips.
I loved when she like noticed that his lip was bleeding, and she like just pulled it the fuck out, because she was like, you're not him.
She was like, I've been wanting to do that for a while. When Remington was like,
what did you do?
Yeah. And then Rowington came up. He's like, you pulled that out of his lip? Yeah, I've been wanting to do it for a while. At least it wasn't you. Fuck yeah, Genevieve. You are a spicy bitch. Go, Vivi, go.
I loved her spiciness for sure. I really did. I love her heroic ability too. Because every single time that they went into one of those rooms where it was like enchanted, she always found the immunity. And I loved that like she wasn't afraid of it. She was fearless, and she just wanted to win the immunity in order to not like have to go through another round of that.
She's very vain though.
I also feel with the rounds, they were almost predictable in the same thing though too.
Oh yeah, it had the Phantasma curse. It was the same thing every night, even though the games were different.
It was still a hiding game every single time. It was like hide and seek every single round, but different kind of ways of hide and seek. But you still had to go hide and seek.
I did appreciate the 2 truths and 1 lie. I thought that was really sweet.
I loved that aspect between her and Rowan. I loved that.
I thought it was sweet, and it was a weird way that they kind of connected because they had more in common than you would think.
I liked it because that's the kind of shit that you would play in person though too. So it was like also very relatable at the same time, if you know what I mean.
I do that when I'm dating, when I'm getting to know someone, actually. It's a fun game to get to know someone, and they were sweet together, but also my kink is she's mine. That was hot as fuck.
And he kept calling her Trouble.
I almost got a wine today that was called Troublemaker. I'm like, that is the wine, but then I saw this wine, and I'm like...
But I gave him the options of a couple of wines, and this wine and the one that we were about to pick were on that list, and they were actually right next to each other in Total Wine. But he was like, ooh, I really like this one more.
And then I saw the alcohol content, and I was like, 15%er at Dunner.
The Troublemaker was 14.5.
That 0.5 matters,
Okay.
Bekka.
Apparently, I'm so sorry.
When it comes to our wines, we here at the Reading Glass do not fuck around. Copyright.
With needing a correct wine.
With this book, it could also deeply affect our religious viewers just because you go to hell.
That's why I said if you are religious, do not read these books.
Please read it. I kind of want you to get a little angry. I like stirring the pot. When you go to hell, you have never seen Hazbin Hotel, have you? Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it. I have not seen it yet.
It gave Hazbin Hotel vibes.
Okay.
And when he gave her, there's a scene where she's waiting for him outside of a shop, and he goes in and he gets her that cuff. I was like, oh, it kind of gave Feyre vibes almost.
I loved that he cared about her birthday. I loved that all of them cared about her birthday.
They all got to celebrate her birthday. I did feel sad she didn't get her food for her birthday, though, because she had specific food that she got.
Yes, but at the same time, it was really funny of how they celebrate birthdays, that they make it all about themselves. And
valid.
Their whole
I mean, they spend most of their time in hell.
I thought it was really funny, too, of, like, how they celebrate with their dad, of, like, who gets to stab their dad in the back.
I didn't like that. That was kind of like, ooh.
With all the secret telling, I was like, this is the deep shit that comes out right now. And
He's
then you
fucking this girl.
And then you learn so many things about the other siblings that you're like, okay, I like these siblings.
She
kind
gave
of thing.
them
And
character.
And I feel like with Rowan too, how he kills that character in the very beginning too, who, the devil who comes up to her because he just keeps saying, she's mine.
Keep
Do
your
not
hands
touch
off
her.
her.
Do not look at her. She's fucking mine. Do not be a part of it. I was like,
There is a contract, too, we haven't talked about, how a sibling can win immunity from the game forever if he is married and him and his partner win together and he is immune from the game forever. That is why they are targeting Genevieve and Daddy Albert so much.
Because Rowan is trying to find the cure for his mother the entire time of all the times that he has won.
He's a good person. I'm sorry. Daddy's a good person. Daddy gave up his fucking immortality.
He did at the very end of the book.
That's what kind of made me really love him. I also appreciated the parallels in a way. Like, Ophelia was willing to be immortal for Salem, and he was willing to be mortal and have a one lifetime instead of infinite lifetimes for Genevieve, which I don't think Genevieve would make a good immortal. I'm gonna be straight with you. I think she would get too bored.
So. Yeah, I don't think so either. But I appreciated, because I wasn't expecting the finale.
I cried. Oh my god, I actually cried.
The finale in round 7, I was not expecting like that plot twist for Genevieve to die.
I cried.
And I was like, this is how the book fucking ends?
There was a good chunk left. I'm like,
it wasn't a good chunk. It was literally a couple pages, and I was like, this is how the book ends? What the fuck?
I thought we were going to actually get the rest of it told from Ophelia. I thought that was what's going to cement everything.
Yeah.
Because we didn't really talk about Gabriel this book. I felt like the entire family history was kind of squashed because Ophelia's not in this book at all until the very fucking end when she's like...
She's mentioned here and there, and same with Salem, because, you know, Genevieve respects the love that they have and what...
And Salem loves me.
I fucking love that
That
shit.
was great.
I love it so much. But at the end of the day, like at the end of the book at least, like they all came together. But also, by the way, did you read the extra chapter at the very ending?
What?
There is a Rowan point of view at the very end.
I cannot read that shit, bro. I will not handle it. It's like a Slade chapter. It's like, no.
There's a Rowan chapter that is from when...
You whore.
I figured you did not read
You hussy.
I was looking or whatever, and I saw like extra wording and whatnot. I was like, that's not how the end of a book normally is, with
That's
like
not
an acknowledgement and whatnot. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, this is an actual chapter. What the fuck? And then I found it and I was like, I bet you anything Dylan has not read this yet.
No, because I closed it and I was...
It's a Rowan perspective.
Okay.
When it's after the piranhas, when she's healing from the piranhas, of when they go into that smut scene.
Let me guess. It's when he realized he loves her.
Yeah, basically.
No, I can't handle that because, like, it's something I do want to read because I do really want to read Enchanter again. I don't really want to touch Phantasma again. And the reason I want to read Enchanter again is because of the twist at the end, Bekka, when she realizes, okay, so she goes into hell and essentially there is this thing called the favored of the games, because people are watching them through the mirrors. Demons, and that's weird.
Demons, devils. There's mirrors throughout the entire house. There's mirrors, giant mirrors like the ones right there. There's devils watching us.
Can you not?
So there's giant mirrors set up throughout in the entire house. There's multiple of them, and how they actually watch the games is by through the mirrors. And there's one part of when they're in this enchanted like room. There's mirrors in the room, and they have a really good like smut scene in there. Not
okay, she's a kinky little bitch. Now that you brought that up, she likes being watched. I've been watched a total of 2 times, and that was not no, never again.
Yeah, no, that was a definite kink and whatnot. But that's how she won the favored. So you can't skip that from like favoredness.
So she wins favored, and that kind of includes the deal when she finds out that Nox has the cure for Crimson Rod. He's like, listen,
because the favored gets to choose out of his secret trove, but in order to go into the trove, he has to ask you that you have to make a deal with him to where when you enter the trove, you do not remember a single thing in the trove when you exit the trove.
My heart broke when she was trying to remember and she exited the trove because she was trying to hold on to it, because she had the choice between the soul locket, similar to her sisters from book 1, and the cure, and she's trying so hard to remember.
And the potion. Do you remember the potion? The potion was to forget whoever she wants.
Fucking Pharaoh! Oh my! He set her on literal fire. And I thought my ex was bad, bro. Genevieve has it worse than Ophelia, and I think that's why I like her so much. I'm screaming a lot this episode.
You are.
I didn't realize I like these books as much as I did. So Pharaoh is her ex, who she's trying to forget. He's this guy that she falls in love with when she's 15, and she's a little poorly. She's from the Grim Manor. She is dirty because she's not dirty. She's dirty.
In the right way.
Hell yeah. We don't smut shame here. She's dirty because she is considered like supernatural, and he's this high-ranking little rich boy. He is Prince Naveen from Maldonia of fucking New Orleans, and he'll fuck you, but he won't fucking marry you. Talk about a fuck boy. And then she decides, I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, and this bitch catches her fucking his friend, and he's like, cool, I'm gonna set you on fire, because that's a normal reaction. Bekka, I'm sorry. Please never set me on fire if I ever piss you off. I would never. Okay, I can't say I wouldn't set one of my exes on fire, but that's besides the point. We all have that one, folks. We all have that one.
We really do. I would have set one ex particularly on fire.
Genevieve goes through a lot, and it just hurts my heart.
You learn her backstory, and it makes you love her more as a character.
More than Ophelia. I'm sorry. Oh my god,
yeah.
I have a favorite, and I think the author has a favorite too. No offense, Kaylie. I see you.
It was very apparent in Enchanter for sure, because I feel like you go through a love journey that in Enchanter, but you did not get a love journey through Phantasma.
He kind of just threw you in with Phantasma. I feel like with Enchanter,
she found a better flow, and she found a better like mix with her characters.
She found a better twist. I did when Genevieve was like, "Take care of my soul," and then she gets stabbed in the heart. I was experiencing Queen Melina all over again, bro.
I believe it.
I was like, "Oh, here we go again. I can't do this again."
But
Bekka.
at least she comes back to life as Queen Melina didn't. So
okay, but she comes back to life with no memory, because that is the thing Salem does. That's the rule.
That's what got me all teary-eyed too. At the end of the book, was like, this is how it ends. She doesn't remember him, but the letters were super sweet for like him to write her a letter every single week to like remind her of what happened, and this is actual real life. And he went to go find a cure for it, but then she saw him talking to the king of devils.
That's why he's mortal now, because he gave up his mortality so she could remember him. He'd rather have her love than ages without him. And I'm sorry, that is not a daddy, that is a husband.
I agree.
And it ends so beautifully.
It did. I loved
it. Ended more beautifully than, I'm sorry,
Phantasma.
Phantasma was great.
I can understand when you texted me when you were done with Enchanter that you want the next book now, because I also felt that way, because I was like, I don't want them to end yet. I really want to know more. And of course, she's coming out with another book. So.
But the thing is, also now, we don't know who it's going to be about. Like, okay, with Phantasma, we knew it was going to be about Genevieve.
It's going to be a mix of all of them. Guaranteed.
I hope it's finally that blend that we need, because I have questions about her dad, because her dad's still out there. I have questions of, does Salem's dick like phase in and out, bro? Because he can fucking, let me tell you, we skipped this. He can phase his clothes on and off. That is very convenient. And he can create a whole outfit for her. Off. He created whole outfits for her. He was fucking Gideon from fucking Crimson Moss.
Sir Rowan was also making effort and everything extravagant for Miss Genevieve also.
Let me tell you about this masked ball and how he was the fox and she was the hare, and that was just was giving, I feel really gay right now, but it was giving Dylan. I amassed ball.
I
Bro.
knew immediately. I was like, this is exactly why.
And now the microphone is vibrating because I'm moving my hands so much. Overall, Bekka, I do have to thank you because I would have shut your fucking horn. Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Tiana's Bayou Adventure, first row. I did not manifesting it.
I did not say a word.
The smirk on your face, girl. We have been best friends a long time.
Yeah, my facial expressions are
Bekka, thank you for making me read this book. Okay, that's gonna be half. Thank you for leading me to Phantasma because that gave me Enchantra. Because I was enchanted. I was blown away by the story that was told in this book. This book was horrifying. I was terrified, bruh. You were even kind of, what the fuck are we reading, bro?
Yeah.
And as you were on your way to Paradise, Hawaii. But Enchantra really hugged on my heartstrings. It gave me that found family. It gave me a love story that I felt was more concrete than Phantasma.
Absolutely.
It gave me a mask. It had everything I fucking loved in it, and I don't want it to be done. I'm not gonna lie to you, Bekka. Book 3 is coming out in December. I'm gonna buy that shit. I'm gonna pre-order it now. It's gonna be one of those things. I'm gonna be like, Bekka, I have a notification from Target.
And then I'll tell you what exactly it is.
I'm just curious, is it gonna have like a ending?
I don't know.
Message us, author. We will read it. We will arc it for you, and we will pre-record a podcast for you, and it will be great. We will launch it on the day it comes out. I will do that for you.
I would 100% do
if
it.
Genevieve is the main character. I need more Genevieve, and I need more Daddy Rowan in my life because my heart.
I get it.
Overall, I'm going to give the series 4 stars. I think that's very fair.
I'd give it a 4.5.
I would give it a 4.5 if I didn't care for Phantasma that much. Like, Enchantra was where it was at for me. I'm so happy that we read this. It was a great experience. I would read Enchantra again, and I probably would read Phantasma again.
I feel like you're going to have to read Phantasma again in Enchantra in order to read the third book, because I feel like they're going to be interconnected somehow.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Because the characters from at least Ophelia and Salem were still a part, kind of, in Enchantra.
Salem loves me.
They were, mentioned a lot.
It was very important.
Yeah, so I feel like they're still going to be all interconnected somehow.
Part of me thinks Ellen is going to be the protagonist of the next book. I would be okay with that because I think she deserves love.
She does.
She was the kindest out of all the siblings.
She was, because she was the only girl.
But you know what? We got to do some smut too, and it warms us up for our next book.
So, as a conclusion, are we done with talking about this series, Dylan?
I loved it.
I loved it too.
I love doing this with you. I like that we finally got to do another series where one of us hasn't read the books. I think that's where we really hit our stride here at the reading class. But I do need a break from games, Bekka.
I know.
For now.
I know. I wasn't expecting it to be so much games. You have a break for 2 books, and then we're back to Hunger Games for Sip It Back 3.
I'm sorry. I'm really excited for you to read Sunrise on the Reaping. Like, as excited as you are for me to read the first Zodiac, I am excited for you to read Sunrise because Sunrise is kind of my new Catching Fire.
Well, Dylan, what is our next series or duology that we are doing?
Oh boy, we getting really smutty up in the reading class. We are doing the Lights Out duology, which is apparently on like mild chili pepper to on fire chili pepper is on fire chili pepper. I heard something about someone riding a knife. We are getting dark. This is going to be our first dark romance at the reading glass.
I mean, Lights Out has been on my TBR, but it was on my TBR because of like the good reviews, but also the very interesting cover.
Oh yeah, do you know on Book Talk there are people recreating that mask and wearing it?
Interesting. This is Dylan's pick, by the way, everyone.
I'm very excited. Well, originally we had Once Upon a Broken Heart.
I can't go back to Caravel. I'm so sorry. Not right now.
No, it's not the right time, I feel like, for us. We have our Sip It Back, which we will be doing The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes and Sunrise on the Reaping, which is going to be YA. I think we really need to do some pure smut. I need to be scared for my life. I need to have a man hold his knife against my throat, figuratively, and teach me how the lights go out. That's what this book is about, right?
I completely understand where you're coming from.
We're going to need a 16% wine for this. I can already
We
feel.
might need a strong cocktail. We didn't have a strong cocktail for Deathcast.
I think we should break out our brother's bond.
I don't know about bonding of this one.
We will see you with our next episode of The Reading Glass. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Obviously, let us know that I am going to win the competition of breaking the least corks because let's face it, I'm amazing.
Go fuck yourself. You were scared and terrified pulling the cork and doing the cork the last episode. I have it on the episode that's about to come out next week. We're still keeping tabs. Until next time, everyone.
Thank you for watching The Reading Glass. We will see you next sip.
Cheers.